Hey, this is Joe from Citrus County Porch Life, bringing you a daily word for men, and the word for today is established. And the biblical quote is, "Your faithfulness endures to all generations. You have established the earth, and it stands fast." When a family moves often, children learn to become less attached to places and things. This is a natural response because of the need to purge belongings to move effectively. When your younger children move often, it can be easier than moving other children because they are not so dependent on relationships outside the family. However, after they start school, it is important for their development to find a place that is settled. Children's healthy growth through these middle childhood years is strongly influenced by good friendships. They start to establish social understanding outside of the family and learn to form bonds with others. This season of life impacts further relationship formation, so it becomes a launching pad for good and bad habits. God is with us all through all these shifts and changes of childhood. His consistent faithfulness will be evident to us as we think through the God moments in our lives. Think back to your own childhood and ponder these times when you sensed Him being close to you. When you think back to your middle childhood, how was it an impactful time in your life? I think in my case, it was a time that my mind opened. I began to see the world, that there was a world outside the little neighborhood that I grew up in, Oneyville neighborhood in Providence, Rhode Island. You know, all those railroad tracks that went through, they went somewhere. They went away, and just when I learned to read, then everything was open to me. Every single thing. I could read any book. I could travel in my mind to areas. I was a frequent flyer at the library. I loved it there. I loved National Geographic. I loved travel books. I loved maps. Oh, did I love maps. Back in the day, you could get them for nothing. You just go to the gas station, and they had them. They didn't charge you $1 or $1.50. And I would plot a walk out. I'd say I lived in Providence, and there was a town in Rhode Island called Scituate. And I'd find all the things in between. I'd look at the map and see anything, and I'd write a story about my journey there, even though I never went. We didn't have a car, couldn't afford one. And yeah, that was me. You know, I didn't change, well, I changed schools once, but I went to the same grammar school, Roman Catholic grammar school, grades 1 to 8, and a Roman Catholic high school for boys, grades 9 through 12. And I had a swimming scholarship to pay for the tuition. It wasn't very high by any standards. Well, my parents couldn't even give $1, but they could give sweat equity, and my mother worked bingos, selling popcorn, and my dad helped on carpentry tasks. And if you had a big family, the first one went for 100%, second one went for 50%, and then after that it was negotiable, but after 3, all the kids went for nothing. So you had sometimes 15 years of the same family going through the school, and you got to know them. These were like, these weren't public schools, but they were like public schools. They existed in a neighborhood. And someone say, where do you live? I said, St. Teresa's Parish. If they were Catholic, they knew where that was. And they knew exactly where you lived. And they could get it from that. And that's the way it was. Even public grammar schools there wasn't much busing at all. And it was a neighborhood. But it's amazing how fast your vistas open when you can learn to read and learn to think complexly, not just, the concrete thinking of childhood. So that was it for me. That was the most impactful time of my life. And through rigorous education, I learned how to study. I went on to high school. I did very well in high school. And I got a swimming scholarship. I also got an academic scholarship. I was in the Rhode Island Honor Society, National Honor Society. And it was all due to the good work of the nuns. They were strict at times, but what are you going to do? So, that's my, well, that was worth about a quarter. That's my 25 cents. Have a very good 16th of October. We'll be sliding into November shortly. Thanksgiving. It's going so fast. For me, it goes fast after July 4th. And we shall talk to you tomorrow.